Welcome, 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 everyone. This is the UK Pun-Off number 70, and also the second anniversary of the UK Pun-Off started way back 2 whole years ago. I can't hear anyone, so the sound isn't working for me, but
Hello?
if everyone can hear me...
Hello?
Oh, cool.
Hello?
You're all fine. You're all just being fantastic. These are your wonderful guests. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm a very nervous Stevie Vegas as I get to host show number 70. Welcome to Roger, to Greg, to Noel, to Kat. How are you doing, Roger? Oh, we have Kat.
Oh. I'm good, everyone. Hello. I'm all good.
Cool. Excellent. And who would be your comedy influences? Who's your favourite comedians, sir?
Tim Vine and Gary Delaney.
Excellent. Wonderful. And what about yourself, Greg, from all the way across the pond? Welcome.
Well, that's right. I've always been really into the work of Stevie Vegas. I'd have to put him as numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Round goes to Greg. Fantastic. And Noel, what about yourself?
That was easy.
Comedy.
I think I've always loved Laurel and Hardy, so they probably influenced me a bit. And then Bill Hicks and Woody Allen's stand-up comedy.
No, and back to Greg again. Other than the mighty Stevie Vegas.
Oh, wow. I've always loved George Carlin because he always worked to the highest level of his intelligence and did a lot with wordplay, which obviously we all love a lot too. So rest in peace.
Excellent. And Kat, comedy.
Yeah, I really liked Steve Hughes when he was about, but he seems to have moved back to Australia for a while, but he seems to be coming back now. But I love Steve Hughes. I hate that question though. Who are your influences? Obviously you, Stevie, as everyone says.
That's all right. I'm just very bad at small talk, so I had to write something. So that's us got through on that. We've introduced our 4 guests. We better introduce Iain. He is hosting. He's producing backstage. There he is.
Hello.
I didn't have a green screen tonight because Greg occasionally lives in my house, but Greg's gone for a different backdrop as well.
Rent was too high.
So are you guys raring to go then?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll try and keep you here for an hour and then we'll get the show done. Something I was asked to do during the show, because the bit that gets very boring, apparently according to the polls, other than Iain asking if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, it's just when we hold up all these kind of things to the screen, like the Beatles. And we've got Simians coming up. They're coming up at some point. And we've got Pottery's coming up at some point. So
spoilers!
Yeah, so you can get right in audience, because when those topics come up, there's cleaning products. So you won't catch me just sort of showing bits of paper to the screen at any point and then picking out random stuff. But let's see what we can do. Well, there we go. First topic, the Beatles.
Okay.
We all live in a yellow submarine. We're just going to start with Roger. We're going to go to Greg. We're going to go down to Noel. And we're going to finish with Kat. They each get 3 rounds. They each get 3 times to say their own puns. And then the audience vote. But, audience, you can be writing in your Beatles jokes right now. Iain will read them out while I count the votes. And then we'll do the next round. So over to the Beatles. Roger.
Right, first Beatles pun. So I found out recently that Paul McCartney still uses his 15-year-old Nintendo to work out all his taxes. I said, why'd you do that for, Paul? He said, we can't work it out.
Yeah.
Video game knowledge required.
Greg, yeah, go for it.
So I was rereading the King Arthur tales, and you remember that one where Sir Galahad took an overdose of Viagra, and then he got real lightheaded and dizzy, and he fell off his horse. Talk about a hard day's night.
Excellent. And then down to Noel.
I used to be in a Beatles covers band. The trouble was the drummer could only do a Mexican rhythm, which is why they called us John, Paul, George, and Gringo.
And across to Kat.
Apparently, Paul McCartney had a woman killed for a woman called Olivia killed for shortening her name. Live and let die.
Can really bond with that joke. So that's round one. That's kind of how it works. We've got 2 more rounds to go, but audience, get writing your jokes in, and Ian will read them out halftime. So we're all the way back to Roger for joke number 2.
Right. I apologise for the horrific taste of this one, and if the audio clip works and you hear it. So recently, Paul McCartney arrived to do a concert, and he found out the arena had been double booked with Hank Marvin's Execution. But being the trooper he is, he said, let's just do the 2 things at the same time. I apologise for the taste.
Nice. Let's hope we don't get sued for playing music on this show. But,
Fair use, maybe.
Greg, you've got it covered.
So I think that these names will be familiar, even though they're American. So as Donald Trump famously said to his first wife, Ivana, hold your hand out so I can give you these divorce papers.
Yeah. And down to Noel.
Yeah, well, John, Paul, and George would take it in turns. When they would release Beatles singles, they would have an A side or a B side. But poor Ringo, his best song was Octopus's Garden, which was more of a C side song.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And across to Kat for joke number 2.
I called my horse Jude because she eats a lot. Hey, Jude. Clutching at straws there, aren't I?
Nice. Well, I guess we're running a bit fast at the moment. So, because it's the 2nd anniversary of the UK Pun-Off, just thought I'd show you a few highlights.
Hey!
Back to Roger for joke number 3 on the Beatles round. But get writing in your jokes as well, guys. They will get read out, some of them.
So Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney. I was just one word. I don't know the word. Oh yeah, here we go. Right. Oh no, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr are doing a concert. The roof's going to fall on their head. Whatever should I do? Let it be.
Yeah.
Pop the delivery for the start there.
So we were talking before about our favorite comedians. Here's I had the opportunity to meet another favorite one of mine. Lucille Ball actually took me backstage and introduced me to the singer of Sweet Adeline. So yeah, it was Lucy and this guy with diamonds.
Right. And
Okay. Well, if you look up the history of the Beatles, turns out Lennon and McCartney first met in a church jamboree. Does this mean it was divine intervention or just fate?
hey. Brilliant. And finishing off the Beatles round, we have Kat.
My partner helped me with these and did a John Lennon pun and expected me to do it live. Can you imagine?
Well, let's see if we can imagine all the people voting in the streams, because it's now time to vote. So you have to choose your favorite. We have Roger, Greg, Noel, or Kat. All you need to do is write their name in the comments, whether you're watching it on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Their names are up on the screen, just in case you wonder how many G's are in Greg's name. All 3 of them. There you go. And while we do that, we'll hand over to Ian to read out some of your funny audience jokes.
Hello. Yeah, some wonderful jokes in there. Really enjoyed them. Enjoying your guys. Send them in as well. Remember, the best one of the night wins some UK Pun-Off merchandise. We'll start off with not that one, Nathan, because great minds and all that, with Kat. Mark Wilson.
Sorry, my 4G you went off then.
When?
Just then. Did I not go off?
No.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Oh, my internet went off. So
She's off
Yeah.
now.
It has now.
Mark, Mark Wilson says, my wife says, I'm addicted to the Beatles albums and I need help. Already got that one. Very nice, Mark. Sarah Collins Thomas, my father's into the Beatles. He just called me Obladi. I said, Oblada. Nice. Another one from Mark Wilson. Which letter in the Beatles speaks words of wisdom?
Letter B.
Letter B. Rory Jones. I had a gin and tonic with one of the Beatles. I had it with ice and lemon. Very nice, very nice. That's all right, cat. Have you got a fourth one for his cat? Right. Have we got anything else? No, I think that is all we've got. We've got a very late one in from Steve Rodriguez. I gather in the early days, the Beatles were sponsored by Coca-Cola and they wanted to call them John, Paul, George, and Ringpool.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. He's someone that responded on Twitter to say he would be tuning in. We also have Gary McHallock, fantastic, from across the pond. And Hugh Knowles is back, fantastic.
Yes.
That's Eve. The votes are tied at the moment. We'll see if between Noel and Kat. So we'll see if one more vote comes in. If not, we'll just give them half a point each. And we'll never discuss it again. So we'll see if anyone comes up for Noel or Kat. Otherwise, we'll call it half.
I believe I think the Muppets did a version of Let It Be famously. They called it Letter B, actually. Just thought I'd mention that.
So there we go. And the final votes came in, and it's for Noel. So Noel is the winner of round one for the Beatles.
Yeah, well deserving for that one.
Thank you, Kermit.
Excellent. So for round two, there's only 4 topics left. So I'm just going to grab my bag to get this one sorted. And we're going to decide which one it is. So here we go. And nothing's coming. Nothing's come. Nothing in here. We're just going to have to pick a round off the top of my head. How about Simians? Will that do?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Simians. Noel won, so we'll start with Noel. We'll go anti-clockwise, so we'll go Noel, Greg, Roger, and Kat this time. So get your puns in for Simians. Simians basically is pretty much any type of monkey. We've had monkey on the show before. This just expands it a bit to other primates. Take it away, Noel.
Okay. Well, apparently they are now letting apes into the military. They specialize in guerrilla warfare.
Hey.
So the usual host of this show, I guess, producer today, he got a new mobile phone. He was asking me what a subscriber identification module card is. I'm like, that card, it's a SIM, Ian.
Yeah.
Right. Right, okay. Do the weakest one first then. So the musician Davy Jones recently came and asked me if I wanted to buy a bigger stake in his bandmate's side company where they rent out apes to people. I said, I don't want any more of your monkey business.
And across to Kat to finish off round one.
So people are accusing monkeys of wanting to take over the world, but the thing about the monkeys is they're just too busy swinging to bring anybody down. They're just trying to be friendly.
Gotta watch him sing and play.
Hey.
We're not the young generation.
Well, I'm a great believer in that. So
good, we've all established the listen to the monkey.
Back to Noel.
Okay, so the first American to orbit the Earth was actually a chimpanzee called Ernie. Well, that is, unless you buy into the conspiracy theory that it was all staged by a Hollywood film studio, and the chimp was just a cheater.
And we're going up to Gregg.
So in the green room before the show, I was asking Stevie Vegas some intimate questions about his love life, and he was getting a little annoyed. Finally, he's like, "Oi, don't pry, mate."
Hey.
In that accent, fantastic.
Pretty good, huh? You wouldn't know
Yeah.
I was from.
I
the
thought I
other
was in the
side of
room. Almost thought I was in the room. You're normally in my house, though, so technically you've probably picked it up from there. And we've Roger to finish. Yeah, Roger.
Right, so here we go. See if you can see that there. Here we go. That's Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah.
Sure. And
Let's get on stage.
down to Cat.
I'm not gonna lie, this is going better than I thought. Because when I first heard about this category, I was a bit snub-nosed.
It's a breeding
Type of monkey. I looked it up. Sorry.
It's a breeding monkey. I looked them up as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
Brilliant. And straight back to Noel for round 3. But get writing in, everyone. Your primate jokes, they might get simian jokes. They might get read out by Iain.
So yeah, I actually looked up Simians as well, just to check. And it turns out that all Simians share the fact that they all have thumbs which are opposable. But then you try opposing King Kong's thumb in a fight. It's impossible. Although, to be fair, he didn't lay a finger on me.
I thought he'd done away with all that.
So I hope
And up to, where did we get? We're going that way. So it must be Gregg with his wonderful accents.
I hope that you guys have this beloved children's book that I'm about to defile. So what do you call a monkey experimenting sexually with both males and females? By Curious George.
Got to tip my hat to that one. And Roger.
Right, if you can see the picture very well, here we go. See that there? Can you see that? That's the Planet of the Apes. And that's the rise of the Planet of the Apes.
No.
Planet of the Apes. There we go.
Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
And Kat, to finish off the Simians topic, thank you.
Yeah, so Gwen Stefani is actually great at identifying monkey feces. She's like, this shit is bananas.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Excellent.
I would say another pun, but I ain't no hollaback girl.
Yeah. Don't say another one, or I'll go apeshit.
Don't speak, Cat. She's just a girl.
Hey.
Excellent. And on that, no doubt, banter off. We have finished the Simians round, so you can get writing in your jokes. Ian's going to read them out, but first of all, we're going to have a quick ad break.
Right. See you later.
Well, I just been...
It can't be. What is it? It can't be. What did you do, Ray? Oh, shit.
It's the Stay Pun Marshmallow Man.
Excellent. So Ian's going to read out some of your jokes, and I'll get counting the votes. Please vote as early as you can, because we've got them coming in from Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. There's normally about a 20-second delay, so get them in as early as you can. Over to Ian.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, Roger, Greg, Noel, and Kat. That was another fantastic round. Some great jokes in there, and some great jokes that you guys have been sending in as well. We'll start off with Nathan. My girlfriend was not impressed when I let slip that I don't really like simians during our recent trip to Monkey World. 3 weeks on and I'm still not forgiven. Very good. Mark Wilson. Where do you cook a simian? On the gorilla. There we go.
Yeah.
Rory Jones. I went to the zoo and saw a monkey with egg whites and sugar on its head. It was a orangutan. Very good. Ben Emmett. They made an alternate version of Home Alone with animals. The star was Macaulay Culkin. Anyway, sorry, Ben. I was laughing so much at your joke, I forgot how to read. That for all my arsing up of it, I think is a front runner for the merch. Rory Jones. I failed to pull a monkey once. I must have been giving off the wrong signals. Must have been. Steve Rodriguez again. There's a new movie about primates who were derived from sultanas. It's called Planet of the Grapes.
Yeah.
Like that one. Did like that other one, Rory. Sorry. Ben. Michael Jackson didn't just like children. He was also a West Ham fan. He was forever blowing bubbles. Fuck, I should have read Rory's. Sarah Collins. In fact, Ben, for that one, you're fucking back in second place, man. Sarah Collins Thomas. If you didn't know Bo the Monkey, you know. You both know. Right. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I can't read. Honest to God, man. There we go, Nathan. And I think that is pretty much us. Just let one in from Gary. When Donald Trump sunbathes, does he end up with an orange tan?
Orange tan.
Orange.
Well, we've currently got Roger and Gregg tying on votes. We've had one vote for Nathan, who isn't even on the show, but that keeps up that gag as well. But if anyone can vote for Roger or for Gregg, next vote in will win that one. So while we're waiting, I might as well. I
vote for Roger.
Apparently, they loved your accents, Gregg. So it was just...
Who wouldn't?
So I'll tell one while we wait, and then hopefully. Oh, I'm getting a vote now. Thank you, Sarah Collins Thomas. I'm going to carry that vote over to when I next compete, because I didn't get any votes on my last show. Marcel the Monkey and friends. He almost drowned during one scene, but thankfully Ross jumped in and they swam to safety. He's a very strong swimmer. Here all week. Thank you very much. We've got a vote for Gregg. So Gregg takes the round. So we have Noel on one. I
tried, Roger. I'm sorry.
We have Gregg on Simians.
And I'll try and get my reading glasses on for the next round.
So, third topic, 3 to choose from. Coming up, we're doing fantastic for time, so better get the refreshments ready. We've got the blue drink, which is cleaning products.
I love you too, Stevie.
Blue drink for cleaning products.
Cleaning products is that.
There we go. We have the green drink for what was it for? Horror movies, because that's still to come up as well. Green drink for horror movies.
Wow.
I guess that leaves us with the orange drink for pottery.
Hey.
How? What? Oh, have you put something in it to make it change colour? Is there something already in the glass?
No, it's because if you open up the glass, there's a big rainbow streamer inside.
At last.
Viva Stevie Vegas. Viva Stevie Vegas. Entertains.
So if you just shout stop, we'll pick what colour it is.
Stop.
Excellent. There we go. Orange. So pottery it is.
Okay.
So pottery, we're going to start with Cat this time. We're going to go Cat clockwise. So Cat, Roger, Gregg, and finish with Noel on the topic of pottery.
Surprise, surprise that you start the pottery with me, eh? Okay, how does Jay-Z insult bad pottery? That shit, Clay.
flies, and up to Roger.
Oh, right. Yeah, so here we go. It's I've made this earlier, right? What it is? Oh, look at that! Someone's left my door ajar.
Ah,
Appreciate the effort I go to.
it pays off.
I was unaware of this topic. I don't have a pun, so instead, I'm going to read to you from a record review that I wrote some years back. The Queen album, Night at the Opera, is undoubtedly destined to become a classic, but unfairly lost among powerhouse compositions like Bohemian Rhapsody and Death on Two Legs, is a gorgeous Freddie Mercury tune, a campy homage to the Pottery process, glazing on a Sunday afternoon.
Boom. While we iron out the kinks in that joke, we'll move on to Noel.
Well, never get pottery mixed up with potholing. I did, and it threw me, going round and round, getting wetter and wetter, and all the while I can feel myself caving.
And with knowledge of the pottery process.
So remember, at home, you can write in your puns. They might get read out by Iain, and also there's the audience prize at the end for the best joke. But we'll go back to Kat for the start of round 2 on pottery.
Yeah. So I thought I was a lesbian until I watched the pottery scene in Ghost, and then I discovered I'm actually bisexual. Patrick swayed me.
And then you wanted more.
Hey, I did. I always have though, but anyway.
Whoopee.
Yeah.
Swiftly up to Roger.
Okay, here we go. So oh, that's some good shit. And it's the National Pottery.
Yeah. Nice.
Gregg, sir. Gregg?
I'm sorry. I hear that popular Canadian singer, Miss Dion, she's having some personal issues. Porcelain.
Down to young Noel.
I once swapped a record turntable for a potter's wheel. I ended up making a groovy plate.
Brilliant. So that's us had 2 rounds already. We're flying through this show. It's probably because I'm not that good at small talk and chit chat, but we'll keep going with Kat for round 3.
I want Paul Rage Against the Machine perform inside a giant insulated chamber. It was Kiln in the Name of.
Yeah, they won't make what you tell them.
I know. We couldn't open any windows out. You got to do what they told you.
Up to Roger.
Right, so I got a potter's wheel the other day. His car's fucked now.
So it's great that all these classic British rock gods are being recognized and actually being knighted. So you got like Sir Elton, Sir Paul, Sir Mick, Sir Mick.
Ceramic, yeah.
In pottery class, I once made a clay pigeon. I thought it was good, but the teacher shot it down.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. And on that note, we end round 3. We are flying through the show today. We're going to hand back to Iain to read out some of the audience jokes. Please do get voting. Please, even if you're just watching it for the first time, just shove in a vote for one of your 4 favourites. You've got Noel, Roger, Kat, or Gregg. Over to Iain. Thank you.
Yeah, hello. Who could have thought there were so many potential jokes on pottery? There we go. And not a Peter Kay one amongst them. Honestly, I thought there was going to be something, but no, Anyway, Nathan Ramsden Locke. I'm obsessed with little glazing stress faults that you get on pottery. It's a craze I'm going through. It's a craze, yeah. I didn't laugh at that one until I Wikipedia'd it. And crazy. Yeah, in fact, you know what? Here we go. Right, fucking. Since we've got time, just so that we know that Nathan isn't crazy. There we go. Share that. Crazing.
Oh.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
We Wikipedia'd it.
Ramsden Locke. Ben, I was training to use a potter's wheel, but when it came to job shadowing, my trainer just ghosted me.
Nice.
Very nice.
Crazy again.
I'm not sure what that was. Do you raku? Raku is a pottery thing as well. I Wikipedia that as well.
Italian in you as well.
Hey, from my head to my toe. Rory Jones, I once received some ancient Chinese pottery in the shape of Flash Gordon's arch enemy. It was from the Emperor Ming Dynasty.
I love the Ming Dynasty, but it just wasn't as good as the one with JR in it.
Yeah, they were a shower. Mark Wilson. J.K. Rowling has written a book about a wizard making ceramics. Harry Pottery. Very nice one. Ben Emmett again. The Fugees used to sing to their pottery to harden it. Kill me softly. Very good. Steve Rodriguez. Today I played my golf game with just a piece of china. It was my Wedgwood. No. It was my Wedgwood. No. There we go. Laugh. Better with cookies. Who knows?
Except the cookies.
Okay.
Wedgwood's fine because I made my golf club out of clay and it was Wedgwood as well.
Very nice. Ben Emmett Show. My house has ceramic windows. They're double glazed. What else have we got? Next one from Gary Hallock. I drank my wine from a cracked pot. That's how I got my Chardonnay. Very nice, very nice. And I think that is about us.
We're good with the votes, so it's all good. Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole load of other ones coming in.
There's someone called Made Up that's just sent some new jokes.
Don't know what the fuck they've got to do with pottery, though.
No, there seems to be about seafood.
Seems to be about seafood.
Yeah, so maybe you should seek help. There's a good Rob Thomas one.
Right.
Well, you're having a way all the time with these.
Well, I found my sense of purpose. So absolute landslide winner for this round. It was Kat.
Yay! Thank you.
A couple of people commented on Noel's clay pigeon one as well, but Kat, runaway leader on that one for the pottery.
Pottery.
Yeah,
I know a lot about it.
You are killing it, as you would have said. One of your three jokes. My favourite boxer used to emit strange smells while using the potter's wheel. It was gaseous clay. There's mine, but you can't vote for me. It's about these four wonderful people. So Kat wins round 3, and that brings us to, well, what could the next topic be? I think first of all, a big round of applause for all of you. You're doing a fantastic job. In fact, I think you're all absolutely smashing it. Ooh. Wow. I guess it's cleaning products then.
Cleaning products.
So let's see how you scrub up then. We shall start with, well, Gregg hasn't started yet, so let's go Gregg, Roger, Kat, and Noel. Gregg, take it away. Cleaning products, get writing in if you're a viewer.
So as Stevie Vegas obviously knows well, when you do close-up magic, one of the primary skills to develop is the ability to hide small objects in your hand so you can make them reappear and disappear and reappear again. And once you master that, you can really do it with anything. You can palm coins, you can palm marbles, you can palm olives.
And across to Roger.
Okay, so here we go. I give my support to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indisputable, with liberty and justice for all. That was my Pledge of Allegiance.
Mm.
A very polished performance.
Hey!
And down to Kat.
Yeah, I tend to take casual selfies in front of direct daylight. It's a Winderline.
Hey.
And across to Noel.
Well, I've had to sanitize all my jokes tonight in case they go viral.
Excellent. And I like to spray. Up to Gregg.
So I had a lot of concerns if we share the same brands of cleaning products, but I guess I'm comfortable with this one, very generic. I'm going to tell you about my favorite classic rock band, the Bleach Boys.
Yeah, they get around, don't they?
Hey!
Across to Roger for his second joke.
Okay, here we go. Ah! Oh, I'm very sorry, guys. Sorry, that was too close for comfort.
Nice.
Good product placement there. And down to Kat.
So there's Corrie, EastEnders, Hollyoaks, Emmerdale. I can't think of any more soaps. Sorry.
And finishing off round 2 on cleaning products, Noel.
Well, a lot of cleaning products were invented by East European countries. Finnish was invented by the Finnish. Polish was invented by the Polish. And aerosols were invented by the Russians.
Timely and fun.
I thought you'd put in that joke.
Hey!
No.
Not bad. Yay. So one round to go on cleaning product, but do get writing in, everyone. I reckon I'm racing through this show, so we can read out some more of your jokes if you do put them in. But up to Gregg, round 3.
So I often have conversations with cleaning products, and I was talking the other day to my favorite dish soap. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Oh, that one's full of joy. Fantastic. And across to Roger.
Okay, here we go. That's a flashish dictator.
Oh, he's got 9 more of those. Down to Kat. You okay, Kat?
Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Is there a product called Turn?
No, that wasn't it. Okay. Right. My nana used to dye her hair. No. My nana had unnaturally blonde hair her whole life, not realizing right until the very end of her life that she actually suits brunette better. Life's a bleach and then you die. Won't work, it won't.
Hot off the press. Fantastic. And Noel to finish round 4.
Yeah. Life's a bleach.
Oh,
You
die.
Life's a bleach, then you die.
He's shown his workings in Dictionary Corner, so
That was my joke. Sorry about that.
time for Kat to make a clean getaway then. So, end of round 3. Would you vote for Roger, for Gregg, for Kat, or for Noel? Entirely up to you. Please do get in your votes. There was lots that came in for the last round, so it looks like the pledge worked. But we'll start with an advert. If Iain can play an advert, just so that you might actually donate some money to the show for these lovely 4 people.
Every time you click your mouse on the PayPal.me pun-off link, a poor punner gets a little bit happier. Every single penny that you donate goes straight to our guest punters to pay their subscription, and to get some wonderful prizes for you beautiful people to win. We do not take a penny. The fact that I got a new Bentley and I'm having a jacuzzi installed is completely coincidental. Oh, you feckers, I said platinum taps, not silver. Whether it's £1, $1, €1, or €1, everything you donate goes straight back into making this show the best it can be. Thank you for all your continued support, and remember to click on paypal.me/punoff. I want to see my face shining in the bonnet of that Bentley.
Brilliant. So you can donate some of your money, but it's probably better if you do it, to be honest. I'm going to hand over to Iain, but please do get in your votes. A lot of them coming in already. There seems to be one clear winner at the moment, so we'll see.
Right. And we'll put the PayPal link up just when after the winner had been declared of this round. And if anyone can identify the noise about 5 seconds to go towards the end of that clip, you win some UK Pun-Off merchandise. So get your answers in. Rewatch the show, get your answers in, have a listen to what that noise was. First person to message the page gets some merchandise. Anyway, on with your guys' jokes. Mark Wilson, my brother has started eating parts of vacuum cleaners. Like he's Dyson with death. Nice. Mark. Nathan Ramsden Locke. The other day I ran out of hand wash. It was a situation with soapless. Next one, Rory Jones. Right, I've just seen the third word in this. Let's go with it. Rory Jones, I tried anal bleaching, and he's capitalised it. I tried anal bleaching the other week and received a lifetime ban from Sainsbury's. Good, very good. Gary Hallock, for real bad stains in your toilet bowl, just let it lie. That's a very good joke. Do you want me to bring up the Wikipedia page? No, it's all right. It's there. Everything's on Wikipedia. Another Gary Hallock one. I hired a real jerk to clean my bathtub, but he was very lazy. He jacks off all the time. I was going to change that for wanker, but either way it works. Very good joke, Gary. Ben Emmett, another one. There was a band that had an allergic reaction to some washing detergent. It was Leonard Skinhard. Ben, very good.
Yeah, they burned.
Oh, nice.
Tiger Flowers, late to the party. That's all right. You can rewatch it on YouTube or Facebook anytime you want. Tiger. Who else?
It's early for next month's one, though.
Yeah, but fucking early. Yeah, I think that might be us for the cleaning products round. Another very strong round.
That's okay. We've had lots of votes come in, so that works out well. Absolute landslide, and it makes for a fantastic final round because Roger absolutely demolished everyone else. A clean sweep. A couple of votes here. That means one round for every single contender. Wow. Round 5 is the decider. If it's tied on round 5, we're just going to ask for a best joke from one of the other 5 topics. So if you've got another joke for any of the 5 topics, if there's a tie, but we'll see if there's a clear winner. And that only leaves one, so I've conducted a straw poll. This looks a bit weird at that angle, but
Yeah.
Get to the
Yeah.
Paul. Ugh. Ugh. We'll get there. It's horror movies.
Hey.
Fantastic. What a way to end the show. Horror films. Sorry for the UK audience. Horror films. So let's start with Noel, and then go Kat, and then Roger and Greg. The final round. Get writing in your horror movie jokes, please, everyone. Still time to donate, and we start with Noel. Thank you.
Okay. I used to work in a silver bullet factory. Well, anything to keep the werewolf from the door.
Nice. And then across to Kat.
Yeah. My mate showed me a film titled after a classic song. It's called It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To. I asked if it was gory. She said, no, it's Leslie Gore.
Cool. And up to Roger.
Okay, so we'll do the week one first. I recently I accidentally put these two DVDs into a transporter unit and it fused them together. And I've sold the footage of that happening to some filmmakers, and they're going to turn it into a fly on the wall documentary.
Nice. Lots of gold will bloom forth from that project. Across to Greg.
Oh, is it my turn already?
Is that a joke or is that a question? You're not going to
Number
creep
one
up
horror
behind me in
film
the
of all
house, are you?
time. But I'll say, did you see that interview with the former UK Prime Minister? I think he was there in the early 2000s. You know, he was involved with a whole bunch of movie deals. They were asking him, hey, Tony Blair, which project are you going to work on first?
Nice. Very laboured joke. And then to Noel for the second round of horror movies, please.
I went on a blind date with a girl called Frankenstein. And when I finally met her, I could see that one of us had been stitched up.
You thought suit yourself. Cross to Kat.
My ex-girlfriend was always on a period every single 14th of February. I called her my bloody Valentine. Of course, the woman tells a period joke. Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, is that you have Valentine's Day the same day as us.
Yeah, you just put on some mascara. Valentine's Day mascara. Oh, massacre. Sorry. Different. Sorry.
Al Capone.
All made up about it. Up to Roger.
Okay, here we go. Right. Oh, God. I guess you can't have your cake and eat it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And Greg to finish off round two.
So there was this disgruntled divorced man, and he had to decide between his former spouse and an infected fluid-filled membranous sac. So he was like, X or cyst? He didn't know what to choose.
That turned a few heads. And down to Noel.
Yeah, in the book, The Day of the Triffids already exist on Earth as a bioengineered crop, whereas in the film, they are actually created by a meteor shower, which only goes to show when it comes to pitching a script, you can talk about genetic modification until the cows roost.
Brilliant. So remember to get your audience jokes in, and once you've done that, you've still got time to donate lots as well. But across to Kat for her final joke.
Yeah, I used to work in a morgue, you know, where they put dead bodies in freezers. I see dead people. Whenever I would open the fridges, well, there was a cold open.
Hey.
Nice. And up to Roger.
Right, yeah, the most elaborate prop of all. I have to say to the end. Here we go. Here's Johnny.
Oh.
We call condom Johnny, Greg.
Always good to explain. And my condiments to you for that wonderful effort. And Greg to finish off the entire show, but we'll still do bits after it.
So I knocked a beehive down from my rafters the other day, and I thought I got rid of them, but I'm still finding zombies in my office all around me.
There we go. The end of the horror movies. Everyone on 1 round apiece. Everything to play for. Possibly even they might earn £1 each, unless you get donating and maybe give some fivers or tenors to these wonderful people that have given up their Sunday nights. But we're going to hand over to Iain for one last time to read out the audience jokes. Do remember to donate if you can for these wonderful people. The host and the producer don't take a thing. We're not like that. But over to Iain and I'll count the votes. Thank you very much.
Apart from the platinum taps, of course. Take fuck all. Yeah, it wouldn't be a UK pun off without Roger having some sort of cock prop. So I'm glad you get that in, Roger. Right, Rory Jones. My wife keeps overdoing the telekinesis. I think she's getting carried away. Hey, nice. Nathan Ramsden Locke, coming soon to a cinema near you. The horrific story of how in 1995, Sainsbury's bought out a successful DIY store and closed them in favour of its own home-based brand. That's the Texas Chain Store Massacre. Beautiful, Nathan. Wonderful stuff, man. And then under Mark Wilson, Hollywood is making a new horror film about chickens in a TV. Poultrygeist.
Yeah.
There we go. Ben Emmett, I'm making a horror film with a nocturnal horse. It's going to be called Nightmare on Aintree. Very good. I'm aware that we have got a few non-UK listeners and watchers tonight, and half of these jokes will be going over your head, but there we go. Wikipedia. Great. Ben Emmett again on Jason's birthday. They sang for He's a Jolly Good Felon.
Yeah.
Wonderful, man. Steve Rodriguez again. Today, following a DNA test, I found out I was 20% vampire. I'm so ashamed I can't even look at myself in the mirror anymore. Very nice, very nice. Tony Gardner, Tiger Flowers. I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is going to happen. I can just feel it. Very nice, very nice. Another one from Ben Emmett. They've just made a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Problem was, everyone did fuck all in lockdown. Very good, very good. Not reading that one out, Tiger. I think that might be one from Gary Hallock. Before he died, my pop was knighted by the Queen. He was the knight of the living, Dad. That's nice.
Well,
that's nice.
They seem to have stopped voting anyway, and we've got a winner. It was very, very close. But the winner of this final round and UK pun off, number 70, is Roger.
It was that one.
Always save your best joke for last. Always the way to go.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you very much, guys and gals, for this awesome show. How do we finish this thing? Well, I guess, well done, Roger. Do you have anything to plug?
I was trying to do a plug pun then and say, yeah, I've got a fan that needs plugging in. Come and see me when I've got gigs coming up around the country. Come and watch my crazy prop act when you can. Anyone, if you've never seen it.
And what's your Twitter address, Roger?
It's at Roger Swift Prop, but I'm locked out of it at the moment.
At Roger Swift Prop.
Prop, yeah.
Too many fucking cock props for Twitter.
I can't remember the password and I can't get it back.
Excellent. And Dan to Greg, thank you very much for joining us from across the pond. We will see you soon on another show, I think. Outpunched. Is that?
This
No, it
is
might
news to me, but I would
Oh,
love to be always.
not on my gut. No,
News
probably
to me
got
as
that
well.
one wrong. Excellent. Then we probably
You
won't.
just got me blackballed from Ian's shows.
But Kat and Greg are regulars on our other sister show called Outpunched, which
Great
is
show.
coming up on the 10th of April this next month. 4 people from Sacramento and 3 from Scotland. Me, Ian, and the wonderful John Lambie, who sometimes contributes jokes here. So that's well worth a watch. But Greg, who's not appearing on the next Outpunched, but do watch it anyway, please.
Definitely. So in 2022, my goal has been to write and publish more puns and short humor pieces. So most recently, I have a piece in Frazzled magazine, which is on Medium. It's called Classic Rock Song Titles as Vaguely Discerned Through a Veil of Exhaustion by New Parents. And you'll hear bits like The Who's Won't Be Cool Again and the Beatles While My Guitar Lies in Storage. So check that out, Medium Frazzled. I continue to flounder on TikTok as that pun guy. And on May 4th, actually, I will be live in New York at the legendary Punderdome at Littlefield. So that is worth a road trip from the UK. So get your tickets now. And lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that I'm going to see the English Beat tonight. So definitely a Britishy kind of day for me. So it's been great. Thanks for having me.
Well, may the 4th be strong with you on Punderdome Day. A very fantastic contest from across the pond that several of us have appeared on. And Noel, thank you for taking part tonight. Anything you'd like to plug?
I have a Twitter account at Noel James Comic, and I have a website, noeljames.co.uk, and I often write things that you can read on there, and I advertise my gigs there and on Facebook. So.
And do we get to see your full T-shirt tonight, or is it deliberately covered up?
It's turned around because it's a red card against racism, is what it says. But at the beginning, the word racism was the most prominent thing about it.
That's why all of us were waiting for the joke where you revealed the rest of your shirt, and it just didn't happen tonight.
It didn't happen, no.
Now we know why. At some point, but during an ad break, you turned your shirt round.
Yeah.
The wonderful Kat, thank you for joining us tonight. And anything to plug?
Just follow me on Twitter. There's plenty of puns. I post pictures of my cats all the time. The occasional fit selfie of me not looking like a massive stoner. Yeah.
That's not your Twitter handle, though, is it?
It is. I changed it from Punnalinga because it was a bit too hard to know who I was, which is weird. Everyone should know that that's me, right?
Funnily enough,
I was confused, but
funnily enough, no one could find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go. Ian, what about yourself, sir? What have you got coming up?
Not much. In the real world, I'm doing a few gigs, so check us out at iMacPun on your Facebooks and your Twitters and all that stuff, and in Twitch as well, because I'm so busy at my day job. I play games on Twitch. Currently, I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West. So if you like to see people swearing a lot playing computer games, you can subscribe to my Twitch thing. But yeah, as Stevie said, the 10th of April, we've got Outpunched coming up. And on that show, we have Jessica Roberts, John Lambie, Derek Lipkin, Dania Bryan, and no, not him, because he said no. So yeah. But yeah, Greg, have a word with your Punderdome guy. Tell him he can do puns. But but that's about it, Stevie. But thank you very much.
Cool. Well, Ian's just about to decide on the best joke for the night from the audience. While he does that, if anyone can follow me at Steve Juggler on Twitter, I write at least 2 new jokes every day. Al Murray retweeted one of my jokes just last week, and it went a bit viral, so they're starting to get noticed. But do follow on at Steve Juggler. That would be absolutely awesome. But Ian, have you got a audience best joke?
I do. Before I get to that, just want to say thank you very much, Stevie Vegas, for hosting tonight. I thought you'd done a grand job. Very well done. Very well done, Stevie. As for the joke of the night, it was a very early one. But this one just did get me fucking laughing. I gather in the early days, the Beatles were sponsored by Coca-Cola and they wanted to call them John, Paul, George and Ringpool. That just...
Excellent.
Perfect
Brand
sort of
new
way.
dude to the show. Thank you for tuning in, Steve. Told you you'd enjoy it.
Yes, Steve.
Brilliant.
So if you want to message either myself or the UK Pun Off page, give us your address and we'll send you loads of dominoes you've never... No, we'll send you some UK Pun Off merchandise. So yeah, thank you very much for that joke. That was one for just a brilliantly crafted pun. Nice little setup and just a really silly kind of punchline.
Cat's turned into a cat.
Cat's cat.
Yeah.
Cats.
Stay tuned for the UK Cat Off. That's coming up next as I turn my camera around. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone. Big round of applause. Well done, Roger, for winning. Well done, Steve, for the bestest audience joke. And all that remains is for us all to say goodbye and do a showbiz wave.
Bye.
All right.